Comes naturally to Jorge Paez, who has been asking for attention and getting it virtually ever since he was born.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, this young man is wearing the multi-colored trunks. He's from Mexicali, Mexico. He's Jorge Paez.
Welcome to the greatest show on earth, Mexican style. Your host, Jorge Dirty Face the Clown Paez.
Una, dos, tres. Rorrito. Una, dos, tres.
23 years ago, in this dismal barrio of Mexicali, Mexico, the life of Paez the performer began. Today's children face the same bleak future. The only way out of town, a ticket on the traveling circus bus with this same tent, putting on shows for the people of the Baja. As was the case for Paez's many cousins, training begins at 3 years old. You must master gymnastics first. Then a marimero, a flipper, earns a place with the troupe, which just might provide a ray of hope.
I performed because I love it. But when people didn't show, it was very slow and there was no money and no food. Then when people show, it was good. Other times it will be very windy and the tarp will fall down. Then other hard times. So you learn to live with the good and bad.
Abandoned by his parents, Jorge Paez was raised by this seemingly eccentric man, grandfather Heriberto Olvera, and by grandmother Herminia Olvera. Herminia not only ran the Circus Olvera, she was also the Samson woman of the 20th century, when a 200-pound stone was placed on her back and broken with a sledgehammer. It's no great wonder that a woman of such substance could convince a teenage Jorge that if he was going to perform outside the circus, in the boxing ring, he should be paid for it. Now noticeably weakened at age 83, Herminia nevertheless remains a pillar of strength to her grandson.
My grandmother was everything to me. Mother, father, everything. She fed me, clothed me, loved me, even spanked me. All the time running the circus. She's the greatest thing that happened in my life.
Trained in the discipline of everlasting love, Paez now fawns over his young daughter and wife. As a parent, he still performs for an audience which never tires of his routines. And a recent new routine for Paez is visiting orphanages throughout Mexico. In particular, the wrestling priest, Fray Tormenta's house, has become a frequent stop where Paez spreads his joy of life to underprivileged youngsters much like the boy he once was. The generous entertainer has staged exhibitions and charged entry to the public, donating the proceeds to the orphans.
I don't do this for the publicity because I am already a main attraction in the world of boxing. I do this because I want to, and because I suffer like these kids too. I love them.
All along his path to championship and eventual loss, Paez has struggled, torn between the desire to entertain and the desire to fight. Blessed with good fortune in professional boxing, Paez knows he can always retreat to the circus, a good life where he remains in the spotlight. It's natural. Life is a carnival. There's no reason to stop now.
There is no sense in making money if you cannot enjoy it later. When I finally quit, I will travel, be with my people, and enjoy myself. It is all I know.
And now we are just moments away from Jorge Paez's next opportunity to fight and entertain. There is his record in championship fights. 2 draws in championship fights, one of them a technical draw. And the colorfulness of his costumes as he enters the ring rivals and in some ways puts to shame the dramatics of Hector Camacho.
great Mexican clown. In a few moments, will be Paez, the Mexican champion.
And while you may laugh at the gregarious or the outrageous costume, as he attempts to become only the 4th featherweight champion to ascend to the lightweight crown, he's trying to join 3 of the greatest names in the history of the sport. Tony Canzoneri, Henry Armstrong, Alexis Arguello, all of them legends. Jorge Paez's competitive record, 37 wins, 3 losses, 4 draws. The 26 knockouts demonstrate that as a featherweight in particular, he had knockout power.
And one of those victories, the one he won for the championship 3 years ago, the last time a 15-round championship fight was held.
And to comment on Paez's hairstyle, we bring in our own in-house expert on state-of-the-art scalp decoration, George Foreman. George, is that Saturn or a haircut?
I can tell you one thing, he's got applause from me.
I think...
I'd like to know who come up with that idea.
Yeah, I think Edward Scissorhands has become a boxing fan.
And as Paez cavorts in the ring, the champion, Pernell Whitaker.